welcome into Week 5, Game 2 of Michigan Elite Hockey Young Gun League. I'm Reiner Dosovich, joined alongside Marin Klein, bringing you all of this evening's action. Thank you for your patience. We had a long break, obviously. We're a little bit of a delayed start here, but we've got the undefeated Team Slater squad, coached by celebrity coach none other than Michael Wainwright himself, taking on Team Sherry, and it should be a good one. Last week, Team Slater pulled off a 9-6 dub against Team Posa, and then Team Slater, a close game against Team Miller, but they fell in overtime 5-4. So that's what happened last week, but we'll see what happens this week between these two teams as we got a good one coming up in just a couple minutes.
Yeah, Team Sherry, a really dominant offensive powerhouse. That was a really back-and-forth game against Team Miller. Fell in overtime. That has been Team Miller's first ever win. So I think Team Sherry's going to come into this one with a bit of a chip on their shoulder after falling in that last game in overtime. And again, they have a lot of really strong offensive players, as we talked about. The defense, as we get into Week 5 here, has really been coming together more. But Team Slater, undefeated, they are a hard one to knock down, and they're not going to make it easy on this Team Sherry squad at all, Ryan.
These teams have already met in this season. We're at Week 5 now, so we're getting some rematches. These two teams met in Week 2. Team Slater won 5-3, a very close, a very low-scoring game. And honestly, I expect a little bit of a barn burner between these two teams. Good offensively, good defensively. Their whole entire team game has really developed over these last 4 weeks. Now it's Week 5, and I'm predicting a good low-scoring, close game. It should be a fun one here after the hours here at Kensington Valley Ice House, also known as the Ice Cube at Bigby Brighton, also known as whatever the heck you want to call it, man. Just have fun with it. Like, we're having fun up here in the broadcast booth, getting ready for this game.
Yeah, it definitely should be a good one. And like you said, expecting a low-scoring game, and that's what we've seen as we've gotten in here to Week 5. At first, it was just all offensive momentum. We were seeing 10 goals, 11 goals, a lot of goals scored in games. And the last few games we've seen these in Week 4, now coming into Week 5, we had the 4-1 game earlier between Team Miller and Team Posa. We're going to send it down to our PA announcers for starting lines.
Away team, Team Slater, the goal uniforms coached by Michael Wainwright. On left wing, number 44, Gage Maxfield. Number 13, Everett Bova. And number 15, Jaden Boomauer.
Woo! But the crowd goes crazy. Oh, that was just me. I was just trying to fool people.
Number 47, Jacob Sickowiz. In net for Team Slater, we have number 29, Charlie Nevis. For the home team, Team Sherry in the blue uniforms, we have number 9, Maxwell Brandon. Number 17, Alex Ryback. Number 7, Nathan Leege. On defense, number 6, Dylan Callan. Number 11, Derek Janis. Starting in net tonight for Team Sherry, number 33, Reese Hutchinson.
Thank you very much for the starting lineups, and we are just moments away from puck drop between Team Slater and Team Sherry. If you missed Game 1 earlier, Team Miller defeated Team Posa 4-1. And the puck has hit the ice. Here we go from Kensington Valley Ice House. Team Slater in the gold unis taking on Team Sherry in the blue. That puck trickles to the line. Here's a 2-on-1 chance early on for Alex Rybach going cross ice to Brennan. Back to Rybach with a shot. That one goes just wide. Nathan Leege with the first shot of the game as that tips wide of the net. Unregistered shot that is. So still at 0-0 shot total. Here comes Team Slater with a chance, and into the pads of Reese Hutchinson it goes.
And right there, 2 quick opportunities coming from each side. Really good opportunity there for Team Sherry. Good passing there to get it to Nathan Leege in front of the net, able to fire that one. Just went a bit wide, and then that shot coming there from Team Slater save. But I think that's really what we're going to see a lot of tonight, a lot of back-and-forth action from these teams. I think it's a real even matchup, especially here in Week 5. Teams have their footing.
Ooh, centering pass there. That one tips just wide of the net by Alex Gorsling. Down low, trailing with the puck is Donahue. Barrera will spin it down low. Voigt with it for a second, loses it off the tip of his stick, but it's still in the zone. Donahue able to keep it in. Never mind, it skips up and out of play instead. And a great time to talk about our starting goaltenders for these two squads. In net for Team Sherry, we got number 33, Reese Hutchinson, who's already made a save. And on the other side of the ice, none other than Charlie Nebus out of Plymouth, Michigan, between the pipes for Team Slater. Here's an opportunity. Team Sherry streaking down the ice. There's the first save of the game for Nebus, as we have 3 full periods of 20 minutes of hockey to bring you guys. If you did join us for game 1, we had a little bit of a scheduling error that we had to iron out, but game 2, a smooth, easy 20 minutes per period of hockey coming at you fresh from Kensington Valley Ice House. That shot blocked in the slot by Donahue. Caden Giroux will stick it forward for a teammate. Nick Smith gives it over to Howard. Roden Howard can't get through. It's left in the slot, though. Picked up by Thompson with a shot. Goes just wide off the rebound. Donahue can't clear a spinning pass by Thompson off a teammate, and it'll bounce over to Gorslein. Gorslein with Boyd over the line, trying to go between the legs. Evan Sygansky on defense, able to get it for his squad. Through center, that one off a stick. Into the zone. Alone there was number 43, Trevor Ulmer. His teammates join him, though. Here's a chance. Great save with the blocker by Hutchison. Team Sherry can't clear just yet, but they'll push it over that blue line. Lippert gets it right on the opposite side of it. Hillebrand sticking it down low. Lippert once more gets checked to the boards. Hillebrand able to backhand one over to Lippert. Team Sherry able to spring it free out of their zone. Towards center they go. Here's Nathan Leege over the line. Pestered there by Lippert. He falls. Herrera will spin one around. Taken by Braden Hillebrand. His pass through center. Can't connect. Derek Janis instead backtracking in his own zone. Scoreless here in game 2 between Team Slater and Team Sherry. 3 minutes into the first period is where we currently sit. Here comes Derek Janis streaking over the line. Towards the net he goes. A good poke check there defensively. That one thrown to the line. Glove down to his stick. Was number 13, Ross Blastic, as it spins around the dasher. Far side for Leege. Leege evades one, throws it to some open ice. Team Slater able to clear. Dylan Flamini showing off the moves at center. Over the blue line he glances. Flamini, low angle shot. Rebound in front, taken out of harm's way by Team Slater and the beautiful gold unis. Ooh, a collision there with the referee and a couple players at center ice, but play continues. Going back to collect that puck, Jacob Sinkowitz goes D to D over to Blake Dawson. Turnover though, but that one intercepted before they could spring a chance there for Team Sherry, as it's thrown down into the Team Sherry zone. Coached by none other than Brian Sherry. And behind the bench for Team Slater, it's Michael Wainwright taking over for Chris Slater today and hoping to move his team, or I guess move his team for tonight to 5-0, because they're undefeated so far in the season. That one banked off the half wall. Here comes Team Slater. Bozak with it. Centering pass whiffed on, but there's a third man there. The shot goes off the mask of Hutchinson. Still in play.
That was a great look back there for Gage Maxfield. Just able to get that rebound. First shot went in, and keep trying, keep throwing those pucks on net, and that's really how Team Slater's been successful so far. It's why they have that undefeated record. Team
Sherry throwing a couple pucks on net. Dylan Callan, courtesy of that last shot there into the glove of Charlie Nebus. 5 minutes gone in the first period of this one. Scoreless so far from Kensington Valley Ice House as we're settling in here to game 2. Sorry for the late start on this one. We had a bit of a scheduling conflict earlier in the day, but we got it all sorted out, and we got 3 periods of hockey to bring you.
And these teams so far, it's been a real back and forth, real even match. They've both had really good looks at the goaltender. So, Ryan, I think we're buckling in here for a very intense game. Whoever scores first, I'm sure there will be an answer soon after. And these two teams really firing back and forth. We're in that first game. We really saw the ice tilted, toward Team Miller. most of that game. So now it seems like a real even matchup here.
Chance by Ronan Howard. He couldn't solve Charlie Nebus, so Nebus looking sharp to start off the day. Only standing at 5'9", but he's looking comfortable between the pipes. And just before the puck dropped in that last face-off, we did see one of the referees go off ice. He did have a collision with two of the players at center ice, so hopefully he's okay. But we're down to, sadly, only one referee, so we'll see how he could control this game as Team Sherry with an opportunity, but Charlie Nebus closing the door early, shutting down every near-post opportunity that Team Sherry throws at him so far.
And what I like seeing from Team Slater so far in this game is that not only Nebus making some great shots, but their defensemen and their players are in there in the slot every time, just crowding it, at least 3 players. And that's a really good thing that you want to do and set up defensively, especially against a high-scoring team like Team Sherry. They really like to throw the puck at net and create chaos in front of the net. So when you take that away from them, it's really taking away a lot.
Here comes Donahue smashing into the boards. That centering pass can't find a teammate. Loose at center. That one picked up by Voigt. Sticks it into the Sherry end. Oh, good takeaway there by Gorsline as that one's thrown wide off the stick of Hutchison. Nick Smith gives it off to a teammate in his own zone. Team Sherry, though, can't clear. I swallow my words right there. Never mind. Here comes Nick Smith streaking down the ice, but a good play there by Aiden Herrera. 6 minutes gone in the first period, scoreless so far. Team Holtz, currently coached by Mike Wainwright in the gold uniforms, taking on Team Slater, coached by Mike Wainwright. Team Sherry in the blue uniforms, coached by Brian Sherry.
Team Holtz in the gold will be tomorrow for junior prospects.
That's why. I was like,
you had it in your head. It's technically right, just the wrong day.
And if you're wondering what we're talking about, today's the Young Guns League, tomorrow's the Junior Prospects League, and Team Holtz wears gold for that league. So here's a chance, though, for Team Slater. The goal, oh, it trickles just wide. Great stretch of the leg there by Reese Hutchison.
Wow, Reese Hutchison with the eyes there, able to locate that puck. That was a beautiful open rebound opportunity, and he just smothered it.
Here comes Team Slater down the ice. Here's Cameron Lippert over the line. Loses it, gets pushed over towards it, and throws it down to Hillebrand. Centering pass there, couldn't find a teammate. Hillebrand picks it up once more. Herrera, point shot, doesn't get enough on it, and Hutchison will calmly cover that one up.
That's a good idea there by Hutchinson. Herrera sent that one in. It was just kind of trickling in towards the net. He knew that wasn't much of a shot, but with so many players right in front of your net, honestly, that point you rather would just take the stoppage, take the face-off, maybe give your team a chance to really regain possession than have more shots coming your way and more rebound opportunities, because he's already seen quickly what Team Slater will do when they have that puck out in front of them with the rebound.
Turnover. Here comes Team Slater. That shot tips just wide, courtesy of Lippett. Taken the other way. Leegee able to push it towards a teammate. Through center they go. That one skips off the stick of Howard, and Leegee picks it up. Back to Howard. A little bit of a trip there. No hand in the air from the referee. Still with it. Ronan Howard circling around the zone. Hillebrand will bounce it off the near side boards. Team Sherry with it in their own zone. Here comes Nathan Leegee with a goal and an assist in last week's game, but pestered there by number 13, Everett Bozak. Bozak with it deep in enemy territory. That one taken by Howard, and it skips over to the stick of the defenseman of Team Sherry. Howard going off in a change will just put it down the ice. Just under 12 to go in the first period, scoreless so far. And we've seen a lot of early starts in these Young Gun games, but today, earlier in game one, it took a while to get the first goal, and 8 minutes through this one, and no goal so far. Players tumble on the near side corner. It's getting chippy. So that one sent out in front, glances off the stick of Reese Hutchison. Team Sherry can't clear. Here's Bozak in the corner, leaving it for his teammate. Gage Maxfield trying to go cross ice there. It's picked off. Gabe Thompson trying to spring himself free. He couldn't, but here's a possible 2-on-1 opportunity. Jaden Boomauer taking the shot, fought off by Hutchison. Boomauer, cross ice pass. Here's a chance, low angle shot, saved once more by Hutchison. Looks like Jacob Sinkowitz with that latest opportunity for the Team Slater squad.
And that was just good job by Hutchinson, knowing that Sinkowitz was over there because he was completely alone, no defenders around him, had a nice clean shot. And Hutchinson really just able to stop him. He's already stepping up huge for this team, definitely seen more shots than Nebus had early in this one.
Blake Dawson, with a half second of time, gives it over to Voigt. Carmen Voigt over center, still with it. Goes to the far corner, pirouettes. He's pestered there by Cyganski, able to get it from him. Voigt gets it back. Shot taken, rebound left in front. Backhand can't get put in by Donahue. He still has it, and he loses it behind the net. Great chance there for the first goal of the game.
That was a great stick there by Trevor Ulmer. That could have been a really clean breakaway opportunity for Team Sherry. And Maxwell Brannon, and he's able just to get a stick in there and give his team some time to drop back.
Halfway through period 1 in game 2 of Michigan Elite Hockey Young Guns Summer Draft League. Deep in his own zone, Blastic able to evade one. Good play there by Herrera just to tie up the stick of the other team as that one's thrown behind the net of Hutchison. Donahue with it. Never mind, it's the other team that has it. Try to clear, though. That shot thrown towards the net. Donahue trying to fish it free. Behind the net it goes. That one flipped to the far side. Ronan Howard now in battle with it. Team Sherry can't clear. Another shot thrown on net. Easily stuck aside by Hutchison. Cameron Lippert battling against 3 in the corner, and he's able to get it free. Back to line it goes. Shot taken. Blocked in front. Lippert, though, still pestering, and it's covered up by Hutchison on the side of his net.
So now Team Slater, they're really starting to control that possession just a little bit more, getting some good looks, and a huge credit to Team Sherry's defense and Reese Hutchinson. They've really been shutting them down. Team Sherry's now just going to be looking to push a little bit more into that offensive zone. After those first 5 minutes, they haven't been able to get there much. It's really been a lot of Team Slater, but the defense for Team Sherry is on point, and that's not something we haven't talked a lot about in the early weeks. And now as we get into week 4 and 5, you see the defenses starting to come alive more, and that's why we're seeing these low-scoring games, these really close games going into overtime, and it's exciting to watch. While we all love a game where 13 goals are scored, it's a lot of fun goals, but it's great to see these games, and it's great for these players to get to go into these scenarios.
Centering pass, shot taken. That one goes wide as the net gets off his hinges. That shot coming from Jaden Gaber out of Clarkston, Michigan, skating for the USA Eagles. But you mentioned the defense of Team Sherry, but Reese Hutchison, if he is not on his game right now, this could easily be a 3-0 game for Team Slater. They're showing off why they're undefeated, and it's been all them in the last 5 minutes of this game plus. 8 minutes to go in the first period. Scoreless so far. But many chances, especially for Team Slater, to get on the board. Here comes Team Slater once more. Hillebrand with it. He'll spin one towards center. It'll trickle on to the net of Hutchison. That one sent back to the line. Herrera playing a little bit safe. He'll take it at center instead. Aiden Herrera out of South Lyon, Michigan, skating for the South Lyon Unified High School squad. He'll slip one that eventually finds a stick of Braden Hillebrand. Forward for Boomauer. Boomauer all alone over the line. Nobody with him, and it's taken. Another chance here for Team Slater. Over the line is Everett Bozak throwing one towards the net. That one padded aside. Bozak still with it. Looking for an open lane. Takes some open ice. Shot taken there. Tips just wide. Bozak with it once more. Spilling down to the ice. Throws one behind the net. Boomauer chasing. He'll smush his man to the boards instead. Herrera picks it up. That one tipped off the stick of Nick Smith, up and out of play. 6 minutes and 49 seconds to go.
Still seeing more of that Team Slater offense just really showing up. But again, that Team Sherry defense, Nick Smith with a great block right there to send that one high up into the rafters. Herrera has quite a shot from the blue line. We've seen it in earlier weeks. That could have been a dangerous shot. But again, Reese Hutchinson just keeping his eye on the puck, not letting Team Sherry get past him.
Here comes Gabe Thompson and Team Sherry. Into the center it goes. That shot blocked out in front. Maxwell Brennan trying to get a shot on net. Couldn't do so. Flamini throwing it to near side, picked off by Maxfield, throws a shot on net, glances off the pads of Hutchison. Here comes Brennan once more. He's got Thompson to his left, but the trailer picks it up instead, taking the shot. That one finds its way past the net. Herrera in the corner, spins away from one. That's a dangerous play there. Turnover deep in the zone. Thompson with it, but a shot can't get taken there.
That was a dangerous turnover there for Team Slater, and a great job by Everett Bozak just to get his stick in there ever so slightly, just stop that shot a little bit, give his team a chance to regain possession, send Team Sherry to the other end of the ice.
Derek Janis sticks one forward for Brennan over the line. Centering pass there, pushed out of harm's way. And there hasn't been much defense to be played by Team Slater, but they've looked impressive once Team Sherry gets inside their zone, as here's a chance offensively, just wide far side. That one goes off the stick of Gage Maxfield. That one banked off the boards and out his own zone by Dylan Flamini. Forward for Theodore Donahue. I'll try to stick one towards the net, bounces off the stick of Flamini. Team Sherry with an opportunity, but a good hands-eye play there by Caden Giroux. Thwarts the opportunity as here they come once more. Nathan Leegee with a shot. That one off the stick of Jacob Siekowitz, up and out of play with just under 5 to go in the first period. 15 minutes of hockey, but 0 pucks have tickled the twine so far between Team Slater and Team Sherry.
Team Sherry, they had a few good looks early, really been silenced by Team Slater. And like you said earlier, Ryan, Team Slater hasn't had a lot of time spent on the defense, but the times they have minus that one almost costly turnover that they then very well recovered, they've looked very impressive on defense so far, even though they haven't spent too much time in that zone.
And here's a chance for Team Slater to get the first goal of the game. Gorsling with it. His teammates trail. That one loose in front off the pad, but swept out of harm's way. Theodore Donahue was licking his chops to get the second opportunity on that one.
Well, back there, Gorson got fancy with it, made the nice spin move to get the pass over. Beautiful pass, just right there. Donahue was so close, just couldn't finish off that shot. But again, Team Slater really proving why they're the undefeated team in this Young Guns League.
Oh, that is a really awkward collision, and we're going to have a stoppage of play there. Nobody really meant to do it. It was just how the momentum of the bodies went. As Cameron Voigt took a awkward tumble into the ice, but luckily he's able to get up.
Boy, it looks like his helmet just kind of got twisted, might have hit his jaw a little bit. He's up and he's okay. Just not the most comfortable place for your helmet to be. Kind of got twisted to the side. You saw his cage just kind of stuck there on his nose. So should be okay, but definitely not the most comfortable feeling in the world.
Hockey is a tough sport, and anybody that plays it, man, you got to have some guts to play this game. Shot by Garber, thrown on the net, saved by Hutchison. Hillebrand centering pass, Lippert with a chance. Saved once more by Hutchison. Lippert takes a little bit of a shoulder, and Hillebrand with another opportunity. Backhand goes just wide. Good little poke check, gets that one away from Ulmer. Blake Dawson gets through too. Look at the moves there from the defenseman as he glances over the line. Circles near the top of the key, but man, he's drawing a bunch of defensemen from Team Sherry on him. 3 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in a scoreless first. I don't think we've even had a scoreless first period in either Young Guns or Junior Prospects all season long.
Still 3 minutes, Ryan. We've seen
Oh, yes.
crazier things happen. We've seen goals scored, especially in this Young Guns League, in the last few seconds of a period. But again, very back and forth even matchup between these teams, while the last, say, half of this period definitely tilted a bit in favor toward Team Slater. But Team Sherry, they've had their moments and they've had some good ones. Just looking to spend a little more time in that offensive zone.
Zyganski carries it in. Now it's taken by Blastic. Back to the point it goes. That one banks just wide. Herrera. Excuse me, that is Herrera. Able to push it towards center. Team Slater with numbers. Over the line they go. Oh my goodness, what a big hit thrown by Maxfield. Herrera backtracking for it. A good diving play to try to get it over to Nick Smith, but just going to do so. Great effort, though. So here comes Team Slater, 2-on-2. Let's see what they can do with the open ice. It's Bozak with it, smothered by the defenseman, and it trickles into the glove of Hutchison with 1:57 to go.
Yeah, good defensive play there coming from Dylan Callan. He's able just to get in front of him and make sure that puck just kind of trickles in easy toward his goaltender. And again, Team Sherry's defense, they've spent a lot of time defending in this game, and they've done an excellent job against a high-scoring, high-offensive Team Slater squad. They've really been able to shut them down. We'll see how it goes.
That one sent just wide. Another couple of opportunities for Team Slater. We don't have an official shot tracker, but it seems like 20 shots in Team Slater to the 2 of Team Sherry. I'm exaggerating a little bit as another shot is thrown off the pad of Hutchison. Down low, centering pass.
And a good move right back there from Blastic. He was able just to get a stick in there. Stop shot from going in.
Herrera sends that one just wide. Another collision on the near side as winning the race to the puck is Eddie Wheeler showing off the wheels. Centering pass there. Does finally meet his teammate. Just over a minute to play in the first period. That one kicked up and out of play. A good soccer move, but unfortunately it's hockey as that one skips into the bench of Team Slater.
Wrong sport. Would have been great if we were on a pitch. Unfortunately, just on the ice.
Yeah, that one had some bounce in it. That would have been a great defensive clear, but, I mean, hey, it kind of was, except for the fact that the faceoff comes back in the Team Slater defensive zone.
And this faceoff in these last, just a minute 08 left to go. This is going to be big for Team Sherry to win that faceoff and try to get some shots in.
They win it. They get the shot on net for Nebus, who hasn't had a busy second half of this first period, but he makes a big save there. Team Slater, less than a minute to go. Can they crack the ice in here in the first period? That one tips deep. Finally, Team Slater wins that battle. Thrown in front. Donahue can't get a shot off. Now it's Ronan Howard. He's got Brennan to his flank. Howard of 23 to go, puts on the brakes in the corner. Pestered by 2, though, he can't get away. Just 15 seconds to go, so Team Sherry has another opportunity to get another chance in this one. That one trickles behind the net, and the clock is trickling down to 0. The buzzer will sound, and we'll have our first scoreless first period in Michigan Elite Hockey. But hey, it's still an entertaining one as Team Slater is trying to hold on to their unblemished record against Team Sherry.
Yeah, I believe that's our first scoreless period between Young Guns and the junior prospects. Not something we've seen, but again, as we get into these later weeks, it's something we're going to see more low-scoring games as teams start to come together, mesh a little more. Both coaches now going to have a chat with their teams. Michael Wainwright behind the bench for Chris Slater, who's led a team undefeated so far. They're going to be looking to continue that, but it's going to be hard, especially against Reese Hutchinson. Team Sherry have played excellent defensively, and we've seen what they can do offensively. They definitely have some offensive power, but a large part of that is just going to be getting in the zone and maintaining that pressure. That's not something they've been able to do yet. The forecheck hasn't really been there. Once they lose that puck, they've just been retreating a little bit. I'd like to see them putting on a little bit more pressure, whereas Team Slater has all the pressure. They're playing like the undefeated team in this one. We've seen what they can do, absolutely, and we haven't seen them make too many defensive plays. When they have, they've been good. Charlie Nebus good in net from the shots you've seen, but no really high.
It's been a bunch of point blank stuff.
It's been a pretty easy shots, no high pressure shots really coming in towards him. So something that Team Sherry will be looking to improve here on the second, where Team Slater just trying to break Reese Hutchinson at the point. They've had a lot of good opportunities, just not getting anything past them. And it'll be interesting to see, too, when we're halfway through the second, when we switch out goaltenders, how that might change the tides if we're still scoreless then.
Reese Hutchinson kind of looking like playoff Sergei Bobrovsky right now for the Florida Panthers, but instead it's for Team Sherry. Second period underway, a fresh 20 on the clock, still scoreless from Kensington Valley Ice House, also known as the Ice Cube at Bigby Brighton, whatever you want to call it. So here's Team Sherry with some opportunities. Nebus tested. That one looked like it glanced off the glove. At the point, Saiganski going D-to-D, shot thrown on net, tips off a body in front.
Oh, and that one, Nick Smith just wasn't at the right angle. He would have had an open look at the net, but the puck just kind of caught between his skates a little bit. He couldn't get it around fast enough.
We've seen momentum switch at a period's change, and right now it's definitely within a Team Sherry to start off this period. I don't think they even had more than 5 shots in the first period, and they just may have had 3 shots in that first offensive opportunity in the second period.
And a huge breath there taken by Team Slater as that puck was sent right to the neutral zone. If Trevor Ulmer hadn't been there, right in front of Team Sherry players, that puck could have gone in because Nebus wasn't ready for the switch around, and Ulmer was just able to hit it out. That was a great defensive play.
Ulmer pushes it forward to Hillebrand. Hillebrand tries to stick it over to Gabor, couldn't do so. Hillebrand gets it once more, a backhand pass finds the net. Puck still loose. Hillebrand trying to use his head to keep that one in, anything to keep the puck in, but it slips down the ice instead. Winning that race to the puck is Eddie Wheeler. Far side, Team Sherry going off in a change, getting some fresh skaters on. Wheeler picks it up down low. Gets that one over to Blastic. Wheeler gets it back. That pass looking to find his teammate, couldn't do so, so Team Slater will break it out of their own zone. Boomhauer will throw it down low, behind the net of Hutchison. 2 minutes gone in the second period, still without a goal in this one. Boomhauer will slap that one in. I thought it came across the line, but the referee says no, but doesn't matter as Wheeler passes it over to Sinkowitz. Wheeler fights his way back to the puck, a backhander thrown on net, and Nebus will be able to squeeze it into his body.
Nebus starting to get a little bit more pressure. Talked about it right coming into this period. Team Sherry's looking to put a little bit more pressure, get those high energy chances, try to get into the zone a little more and be a little bit more of a threat. They haven't been too much of a threat to Nebus just yet. Now they're starting to present that threat, get a little more aggressive on the forecheck. That's something they really needed to do.
Blastic will throw one down low. Team Slater picks it up, flips it off the high glass, and Maxfield, as he passes that off, will take a big hit. Here's Everett Bozak. He's been all over the offensive zone for Team Slater as he glances his way past one. Into the slot he goes, loses it, but giving chase to the puck is Boomhauer. 3 minutes gone in the second period, knotted at 0. If you like low-scoring games, well, you checked into the right game here at Michigan Elite Hockey, Young Guns Summer Draft League. Blake Dawson in his own zone. Sends that one to center. Sent once more into Team Slater's zone, but Sherry going off in a change. This one thrown over to Gage Maxfield. Maxfield over the line, likes what he sees, takes a shot off of the blocker of Hutchison. Battle in the corner. Maxfield going against Dylan Callan. Callan able to win that. Callan once more takes a hit as he throws it deep into the zone.
Seeing a lot more physicality coming out in this game and our previous game as we get further into the weeks here. The scores get lower and the physicality seems to get a little higher.
I like it. Higher stakes, more intense, if you ask me. But, hey, you could still have a very high-scoring game in this league and still be very intense. We've seen many, many of those games as the weeks have gone by. Team Sherry in the blue with it in their own zone, but they'll break over center. Here comes Gabe Thompson. He's got Blastic with him, but he loses it. Here comes Voigt. Voigt with Donahue. Voigt taking it himself. That shot thrown just wide. A good stick in the lane there by Janis. Giroux with it now. That one skips over the blue line outside the zone. 15 minutes, 25 seconds to play in the second period. Having trouble clearing it out of his own zone. It's number 13 for Team Slater. Loose in front, Team Sherry with a couple opportunities around the net. It goes, centering pass. Couldn't get a clean shot off in tight. 180 slapper thrown just wide. Trailing to get that puck is Alex Rybach, thrown back to the point. Backhanded deeper is Sygansky. That one sent around the boards. Janis will keep it in. That one trickled towards the front. Janis backhander goes just wide. Nebus getting a piece of that with his left leg. Team Slater on a long shift. They'll go over into the offensive zone. Loose in front. Donahue with a chance, and it slips between the 5-0 of Hutchinson. Finally, Team Slater with the first goal of the game, and they solve the goaltender in net for Team Sherry.
I mean, that was going to have to be the way you were going to get past Hutchinson. They were throwing a lot of shots from the circle, maybe right in front of the slot. They kind of needed that messy, gritty goal just to get past Hutchinson, make him lose the puck there for a second, and Donahue was able to do just that, get in front of him, cause some chaos. When he can't keep that eye on obviously when you can't keep the eye on the puck, that's going to get it past you. But Hutchinson was doing a really good job tracking that puck. A lot of clean shots were going his way. Those kind of gritty goals are really how you're going to break Reese Hutchinson.
Theodore Donahue with the first goal of the game and picking up where he left off last week. He had 2 goals and 1 assist in last week's performance. So it took just about 26 minutes, about 25 and a half to be exact, for the first goal of the game, and we'll see if Team Sherry can answer. Team Slater up 1-0 in this one.
Number 16, Theodore Donahue, assisted by number 19, Alex Gorsline, with 14 minutes left in the second period.
Alex Gorsline picking up the assist on the Donahue goal, and that's where we stand currently at 1-0. At center, Team Slater looking to get something started. But back the other way, here's a chance for Team Sherry with numbers. Oh, great play there from Hillebrand on the back check, just able to tip it out of the way of Maxwell Brennan.
And a great job by Hillebrand to get back there. Leegee and Brandon were up in front of him, and I liked the pressure that Team Sherry was putting on Team Slater in the neutral zone, because that led Leegee and Brandon to be ready once Smith was able just to poke that puck away from Team Slater. So a nice setup there. I like that, but a great play by Braden Hillebrand just to be able to pick up the speed a little bit and get there and stop that advantage, because that was the breakaway right there and could have been the tire for Team Sherry.
A slapper from Flamini banks off a body, and it's taken the other way by Lippert. At center now, intercepted. Leegee with it over the line. He's got Howard in front of him, but he waits for Flamini. Flamini loads the gun. That one into the body of Nebus, who makes the save.
Team Sherry starting to feel a little bit more comfortable in that offensive zone. The passing's looking a lot cleaner. Again, I like the pressure they're putting in that neutral zone, because that creates those turnovers. It's always going to happen, especially in this league. Again, players that don't always play with each other. Miscommunications happen all the time. It's common. Sometimes they're mistakes, sometimes just miscommunications. Players aren't where they think they're going to be when you're just playing together for the summer. It's a low-stakes league. And so I like the pressure there by Team Sherry to be there and be ready for those breakaway opportunities, because that's going to be a big way when you don't have this dominant Team Slater in front of you while you're taking shots.
Maxfield has his pocket picked. Over center, Team Sherry goes. Blastic will give it off to Wheeler. Back to Blastic down low. Wheeler centering pass. Howard with a spinning chance. Finds a stick of Wheeler, who sends one through center. Nobody home. Flamini puts it in deep. Wheeler on the near side. Throws it behind the net once more. Picked up by Howard. Howard pestered there by 2, but Wheeler able to pick it right back up. Back to the line it goes. Keeping that one in was Callan for a second, but here comes Gage Maxfield. 3 goals last game. Can he add to it this game? Forehand, backhand, saved the rebound, saved another chance. Oh my goodness. Reese Hutchinson, 1, 2, 3, denied.
Oh my goodness, Reese Hutchinson. again, when those goals aren't getting gritty in front of him and he can see the puck clearly, he is making that save. Oh my goodness, 3 beautiful shots coming in on him. Great opportunities and a great job by Team Slater to be able to get those rebounds and keep trying, but Reese Hutchinson, a brick wall.
Wow. That's what you love to see. You absolutely love to see. Here comes Team Sherry, though. They've been on top of the puck a lot here in the second period. Thompson looking for the open passing lane, taken away there by Dawson. Tips up and out of play. And period 1 went in the way of Team Slater. Even though it was scoreless, it was Team Slater with a number of opportunities more than Team Sherry. But in period 2, Team Sherry, even though they've let up the 1 goal in this game, they've been all over the offense.
Yeah, that 1 goal, again, kind of a gritty, messy goal that was just on a quick rush, but Team Sherry's been all over the puck, a lot of good ideas, and if they just keep firing those pucks, if keep getting pucks on net, you're gonna get lucky. And Team Slater, not saying it was luck, but it was a gritty, messy goal right there in front of Hutchinson. And when you look at some of the saves that he has made tonight, he is on point, so you really can't beat yourself up too much about that one, especially when your team's playing offensively. The way Team Sherry has been, that's what you like to see, and one's going to get behind Neba soon.
Herrera with it on the far side. Sends one towards the net. Spinning chance there by Voigt. Another chance in front. Sent just wide. We're nearing the halfway point. This one is Donahue. Spins one towards the net. Rebound taken by Cyganski. That one finally escapes the zone. Thrown down the ice out of his net to play it is Charlie Nebus. Nebus calmly but under pressure plays it to the other team. Loose in front, and it'll trickle all the way to the net of Nebus.
And that could have been a dangerous play right there, but Theodore Donahue put his body on the line as that shot was coming in from the blue line, and then a little bit of chaos there on the circle. No one could really get a stick on it for Team Sherry, so that puck just kind of trickled in after that shot. That could have been a really hard hit shot from blue line, just trickled thanks to Donahue's kind of dive in front of it.
So after 30 minutes of play, we are nearing the halfway point in period 2. 10:09 officially on the clock, but since it's close enough to 10 minutes, we're going to take our halftime intermission here. Players get to rest up, go in the locker room, chill out for a little bit as we refresh the ice here. So after 30 minutes of play, it's only a 1-0 game for Team Slater. Goal coming off a Theodore Donahue, assisted by Alex Gorsline. And wow, it's crazy to only announce 1 goal after 30 minutes of play, but it's been low scoring and it's been a good one. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes to give you the rest of period 2 and whatever period 3 brings us here in Kensington Valley Ice House. Welcome back to the second half of Team Slater versus Team Sherry. 30 minutes of this game have come and gone, and we only got a 1-0 score to boast about. Theodore Donahue in the second period opened up the scoring, assisted by Alex Gorsling, and that's it. That's all we got to talk about as we are getting settled in to this game once more. The ice has been refreshing up here at Kensington Valley Ice House, also known as Big B Brighton. And we've got 10:09 on the clock in the second period as Team Slater is looking to advance to 5-0 here in Week 5 against Team Sherry, who's sitting at 2-1-1. They had a overtime loss against Team Miller last week, and Team Slater picked up a 9-6 win against Team Posa last week. So here we go. Second half of the second period of action underway. Team Slater in the gold skating against Team Sherry in the blue. So here comes a break for Team Sherry. Gabe Thompson streaking down the ice with some speed. He breaks towards the net. Oh my goodness, off the post. Nebis was stretched out. Nebis stretched out all the way as far as he could go, and it glanced off the post through the front of the net and out.
That's tough if you're Team Sherry. That was a perfect look at the net you got there on Nebis. And we have the same goaltenders in, Charlie Nebis and Reese Hutchinson as the other goalies for each respective team. Not here tonight, so these goaltenders will play a full 60 minutes.
And I absolutely love that. The goaltending's been great so far. As a former goalie, you love to see it, and they get to stay in the game and keep continuing their epic resume in this one. Ooh, it's going to be a good one. I hope you're staying up late to watch Game 2 of Week 5 as that one's thrown towards that. Off a body, a backhander skips off a skate just wide it goes. Giroux will push it forward. Now at center it sits. Picked up by Bozak. Bozak will backhand one in, and he'll go off into change. Looks like a full-fledged change except for Carmen Voigt. 4 fresh skaters on for Team Slater. Herrera pushes that one back calmly. That one bounces off the half boards. Nobody there to tip it through, so it trickles down for an icing. 8:32 remaining in the second period. No, you are not wrong. That is the correct time. Hopefully you've joined us for some other weeks, but here at Michigan Elite Hockey, we get a new layer of ice halfway through the game, and that's why the clock stands at what it is currently. Turnover there. Here comes Team Sherry with a chance. Nebis making the save as they're trying to tie it up at 1.
So Team Sherry coming out with the fire they had before we went into that break, really firing in on Nebis, just trying to break past him. Again, they're getting some good opportunities. Just got to keep applying that pressure.
Nathan Sobachowski with that opportunity for Team Sherry, but here comes Team Slater instead. Maxfield with some open ice, takes a shot, glances just wide. Herrera pushing in deep, able to whack it over towards his teammate who loses it, and that one thrown down the ice. 8 minutes to go in the second period. 1-0 lead for the undefeated squad of Team Slater, being coached by Mike Wainwright himself. Alex Gorsling slings one over to Maxfield. Charging towards the net over, looks like he was trying to spring himself free towards the net. Herrera pushes it back to Maxfield. Maxfield loses it. Here comes Team Sherry. Charging down the ice with some speed, Blastic. Blastic T-bones his man to the boards. That pass looking to connect there with Callan, couldn't do so. Callan backtracks though and stops that opportunity. Callan with it. Over the line. He's got Wheeler trying to feed it to him, but that one into the skates of Donahue. Theodore Donahue out of Novi, Michigan with the game's only goal. He'll flip it about 180 feet, and it'll come back for icing with 7:09 to go in the second period. Face off to the glove side of Charlie Nebis. Won by Team Slater. At center, Lippert took a body to try to get that puck. It's taken the other way. Leegee over the line. He's got Brennan. That one glances around the boards and out towards center.
And Nathan Leegee, a player who is not only leading the Young Guns in points, but in goals as well. 11 points, 7 goals. He's a player you think that would get on the board tonight for Team Sherry if they're going to.
That wraparound opportunity got just short of the net. That one skips up and into the netting, so a stoppage in play. Team Sherry looking to tie this one. They've had their opportunities. Leegee with a couple chances. Gabe Thompson's been all over the ice. Eddie Wheeler up and down, you name it, but they haven't been able to solve Charlie Nebus.
And we look at this low-scoring game, and this is going to be a huge crutch to the goaltenders here. When you look at who's leading the Young Guns in goals, Nathan Leegee, like I mentioned, 7. Then Gage Maxfield for Team Slater, tied for 7 as well. And then over in 4th, Braden Hillebrand with 5 goals, tied for him. Nick Smith on Team Sherry. So a lot of players on this ice right now that can put up goals in games, and they have been all season long. So this has been a huge credit to the defenses and the goaltenders in this one tonight, only being a 1-goal game.
Team Slater trying to escape their zone. They can't. Held in at the line. Thrown in over towards the aforementioned Leegee, and it finally skips towards center. Thrown right back in. That one bounces behind the net of Nebus. 5 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the second period. Turnover there. Here comes Leegee. Leegee over to his teammate Brennan. Couldn't get the shot off as Nebus was sprawling.
Oh, and a good opportunity there, but Nebus was down on the ice.
Centering pass to Brennan, and he scores. Gabe Thompson to Maxwell Brennan, and Team Sherry gets on the board and ties it up at 1.
Oh, Brandon got redemption there. You saw him hang his head after that last shot. He just couldn't get it off before Nebus was sprawled and sent that one just in kind of trickling. But hey, if at first you don't succeed, try again. And he was able to get there right in the corner and poke in that rebound opportunity. And it's a 1-goal game thanks to Maxwell Brandon. You saw the cheers coming from Team Sherry's bench again. We're going to have a tight game. It was already intense. It's about to get very intense. Both teams with a point on the board as we're near the end of the second, heading into the final 20 minutes. It's going to be an intense one, Ryan.
5 minutes, 17 to go in the second. All knotted up at 1. Here comes Team Slater with a chance, and they light the lamp. Carmen Voigt gets the puck and sends it home. They reclaim the lead less than a minute later from the Team Sherry goal.
Oh, and they've been really struggling to break Hutchinson all right, and that was just a nice, clean goal coming from Voigt right at the bottom of the right circle. He just buries that one top corner, and what a response. Again, Team Slater, the undefeated team in this Young Guns league. They were not going to stay down long. They weren't going to keep it tied. We're going to see how now Team Sherry responds. Again, 2 high-scoring teams with a lot of offensive and defensive talent, a lot of talent in the net. This game's far from over yet, but that's a great response.
Jaden Boomauer picking up the assist on the Carmen Voigt goal, and just after Team Sherry tied it up at 1, Team Slater reclaims the lead. Now it's 2-1 in their favor with 4:40 to go in the second period. Loose at center. A couple skaters taking a whack at it. That backhander trickles wide. Giroux sends one up the boards, kept in by Callan. Now it's Voigt. Just scored the last goal of the game. He's got Bozak on his side. Voigt drops it back for Bozak. Bozak takes a body into the boards, and it's spun the other way by Sygansky. Back up at the point. Shot taken through a couple bodies. Glances off. Looked like the knee of Voigt. Dylan Callan. Can Team Sherry escape the zone? No, they can't. Team Slater gets some fresh skaters on, too. It's the period of the far change, but it helps out offensively for the team in gold. That spinning pass finds a stick of Callan. Eddie Wheeler through center. He's got Callan, can't feed it to his forehand. Callan sticks one towards the net, taken out of harm's way by Donahue. Donahue with a goal on today's game for his squad, streaking towards the net, loses it on the stick handle and swept away by Hutchison. Maxfield with it now. 7 goals on the season for the forward out of Tawas, Michigan. Gets it right back. Maxfield with a chance, and that one skips into the back of the net. Gage Maxfield makes it a 3-1 game for Team Slater.
Gage Maxfield strengthening that lead with just A beautiful shot coming in, and that was a great entrance starting on that rush coming from Donahue. He was able to get the puck out of trouble in his own end, race it all the way down the ice and set that play up, and Maxfield, he's now leading the Young Guns. 8 goals in 5 weeks. Well done, Gage Maxfield.
Team Sherry looking to answer. They're down 3-1. Just a couple minutes after they tied it at 1. It's been a little bit of a goal explosion. Here comes Gage Maxfield once more. Poke check there by Hutchison. Maxfield still with it. Throws it towards center. Finds a stick of Donahue as he tried to connect there with Gorsling.
Great job there by Hutchinson, but also by Janice to be able to match the intensity and the speed of Maxfield coming in and be able to shut down that shot.
That one turned over, intercepted by Thompson. Thompson centering pass, nobody home, and that'll skip over towards center. Maxfield trying to get it free once more. Jacob Sinkowitz calms it down in his own zone. The stretch pass, trying to find Gorsling, who was going off in a change instead. 2 minutes, 24 seconds to go. Here comes Gage Maxfield. Just scored the game's last goal. Throws it to Hillebrand, and he puts it on net. Gobbled up by Hutchison.
Wow, so in a game where we'd only seen 1 goal coming at 13 minutes left in the second period, now in the last 5 minutes of the second period, we have seen 3 goals, 1 coming from Team Sherry, 2 from Team Slater. These teams starting to get a little bit more comfortable, and not only that, but it's been a little while since they've played each other now, getting here into week 5. They're remembering how these teams play. They're adjusting to the new ways they're playing together, and they're starting to find their momentum off that now, especially against 2 really strong goaltenders. The goaltending has really been a huge part of this game. And especially Team Slater, they've really started to figure out Reese Hutchinson, and a credit to him. He's been playing fantastic, but they've really been able to now get their opportunities.
Icing waved off, dangerously played by Nebus, and Thompson will throw one towards the net, but it's blocked. Team Slater taking it back the other way. These 2 teams squared off in week 2. Team Slater able to come out victorious, 5-3 in that one, and we got another close one here as the time is trickling down in the second period. Turnover, Hillebrand throws one towards the net. That one banking off of the skate of Sygansky. Here comes Nathan Leege. Held scoreless so far in this one. Thompson squeezing in, taking the puck. Spins one, try to connect with Leege, but it's intercepted as that one slips far side of the net. Flamini trying to pick it up, but a good play by Hillebrand. Sputs it over towards center. 1:22 to go in the second period. Team Slater jumping out to a 3-1 lead after we came into this period scoreless. That one just a little bit offsides by Maxwell Brennan, the lone goal scorer for Team Sherry. So the draw near center with 70 seconds to go in the second period.
This game's starting to slip a little bit out of Team Sherry's hands now. They have another 20 minutes to turn around, try to get some more quality chances in. They've done a good job entering into the second, starting to slip away from them. They need to keep firing those pucks in on net.
Howard with a chance breaking through the offense. Couldn't get the shot off as it slipped off his forehand on the last stick handle. 50 seconds to go. Backtracking for this puck is Dylan Callan out of Burton, Michigan. Taken from him. Centering pass there. Backdoor looking for his second goal of the game was Voigt. That one bounces off the stick of Bozak. Collected by Callan. 33 to go on the clock. Callan can't pass it over to his teammate, so it sits behind the net. Voigt taking a body. 20 to go. A scrum in the corner for the puck. And instead, the referee just saying, hey, I've seen enough of no movement, so I'll blow the whistle and we'll have a draw to the right side of Reese Hutchison. We haven't had to call his name as much as we did in the first period. Boy, did he have a busy first, but he's been able to have some rest here in net, but he's given some up. 12 seconds remaining in the second period. Centering pass there, looking to tap that one home was Sinkowitz. 5 to go. One more opportunity for Team Slater. 1 on the clock. The shot thrown on net, kicked aside by Sygansky, And after 40 minutes of play, Team Slater with a 3-1 lead, looking to hold on to their undefeated season so far.
And what was really a low-scoring game coming back from that break, we saw 3 goals in just 5 minutes. First goals just coming about a minute apart. Maxwell Brannon scoring the first goal for Team Sherry, and then Carmen Voigt just a little over a minute later scoring for Team Slater. And then about 2 minutes after that, Gage Maxfield getting in another off a great breakaway from Theodore Donahue. So it's going to be interesting to see how both these teams go in, especially, again, these two goaltenders are playing the full 60 minutes. That's not something, normally that's something they would be used to, but here in the Summer League, they're used to only playing the first half of this game. Both have been playing absolutely outstanding. Reese Hutchinson has made a flurry of amazing saves, even though letting in those 3. It's going to be interesting to see how this third plays out, especially with Team Slater. They're going to be fighting hard, looking to remain undefeated. It is not easy to go undefeated in Michigan Elite Hockey, and somehow they are 4-0. They are the team to beat. No one can break them yet, and they're just trying to hold on to that, and not too much of a struggle. They're doing a great job.
Oh my goodness, picking the top quarter just like that is Nick Smith. And I was about to say, Team Sherry had a great jump to their second period, while here in the third, they pick up where they left off. Nick Smith gets his first goal of the game, and just like that, Team Slater only up a goal. Welcome to the third period.
Yeah, Ryan, I hadn't even gotten to that point. Team Sherry has done a great job in this game. 3-1 score didn't say it, but now, hey, it's a 1-goal game, and that's the way you want to come into this third period if you're Team Sherry. A quick response right there. Keep Team Slater on their toes. And if there's a team that's going to try to beat Team Sherry.
Ooh, Maxfield with a chance there.
There's a team that could try to beat Team Slater. Team Sherry has a real shot at it. They're a strong team, and those quick responses are what you want. It's just going to be finishing on those chances, quick breakaway opportunities, clean passing. And Nick Smith showed it right there. We're going to see, but I think we're gearing up for a very exciting 20 minutes.
Team Slater puts it on net calmly into the glove of Hutchison. And we got a good one here at Kensington Valley Ice House. If you missed game 1 earlier today, it was Team Miller improving to 2-3 and taking a 4-1 win against Team Posa. And if you're joining us just now, well, it was a scoreless first, a flurry of goals in the second. And with 1 to start off the third, we sit at 3-2 in favor of the team in gold, currently with the puck. Herrera throws one on net, calmly played aside by Hutchison. Hillebrand flips one out in the front. It sits there, and it's swept out of harm's way by Hutchison. Team Sherry in the light blue uniforms taking on Team Slater in the gold sweaters. Herrera backtracking in his own zone for it. He's got some speed. He's shown it all season long. Over the line he goes, throws it onto the net. That one off the glove of Hutchison, loose in front of him and pushed back towards center.
Oh, and a great job there by Brandon to get his stick in there. Hutchinson, you saw he wanted to get a glove down on that puck, and it just escaped him. He couldn't get to it. So great job by his defense being able to get that one out of there, because Team Slater would have had a clean, open look at the net.
That one tipped up and out of play, so instead they'll have the face-off at center ice. Don't let that fool you. Third period is already underway. 18:25 on the clock. Team Sherry trailing by a goal. They tied it up at 1. Team Slater took the 3-1 lead, and now they sit at 3-2. Here comes Maxwell Brennan. He's got Leegee and Howard to his right. Brennan trying to toe drag that one, but loses it. Team Slater able to build it out their own zone. Here comes Hillebrand. Trying to get that one over to Gabor. Instead, it skips over to the other squad. Team Sherry with numbers. Howard over to Brennan. Leaves it for Callan. Callan towards the net. Loose in front. And it finds its way into the net. Team Sherry ties this game up at 3.
Oh, my goodness. Team Sherry. I wouldn't even say in these opening minutes the puck has necessarily been tilted toward them, and it looks like the poke, I think that was Ronan Howard just able to slide that one in there.
It was just loose in front. I'm not sure who did tap it home, but Nebas was sprawling and couldn't really do much. But a good play there. Team Sherry, Callan was the one who threw it on net. It was so smart for him to do that because 2 of the forwards were just sitting in front of the net waiting with only 1 defenseman. So just a smart heads-up play there from Dylan Callan. Hopefully they give him one of the assists because he deserves it there for sure. So now we're at 3-3 with 17:23 to go in the third period.
Team Sherry goal scored by number 14, Ronan Howard, assisted by number 9, Maxwell Brennan, with 17:30 left in the third
So
period.
Howard did officially get that tip in. I was going to say, thought I saw Howard up in there getting that tip in. Brandon credited the assist, and I think that secondary assist just goes to Dylan Callan.
Oh, yeah.
Callan really, like you said, threw that one on net. Brandon and Howard were set up there, and they both were able to get a stick on it, and Howard just able to poke that one in. And now we have a time game. Team Sherry coming out firing in the third to make this an intense one.
Maxwell Brennan picking up the assist there. Now he's got a goal and an assist on the game so far for Team Sherry as we're all knotted up at 3. Banked off center. Giroux able to push it to Boomauer. That one just slips over the line, but it's taken by Team Slater. Through center, Carmen Voigt. Referee saying play on. Eddie Wheeler now with it in his own zone, gives it over to Flamini. Flamini evades one, but he's got Boomauer right in front of him, and fans on the pass. Boomauer picks it up. 16:15 to go in a tied third period. Boomauer. That pass, glance, Flamini has his pocket pick. Bozak finds the top corner. Team Slater reclaims the lead. What a shot from Everett Bozak.
Oh my goodness, Bozak, absolute snipe there, and now these teams who just couldn't get anything past these goaltenders now starting to find out their quirks as they get later in the game. And again, that's a nice thing, having a goaltender, and in this league for the full 60 minutes, you get to understand how they see the puck, and then you use that to your advantage. It's hard to do that when you switch out goaltenders halfway through the game. Everett Bozak using that to his advantage right there, and Team Slater, quick answer to the 2 from Team Sherry.
Janice playing it on the ice floor. Thompson over towards center looking for Howard. Couldn't do so. Here comes Team Slater. They just reclaimed the lead. Maxfield already with one. Throws one towards net looking for a backdoor tip from Donahue. Here comes Thompson over the line with speed. High slot shot banked off of the leg pad. Alex Gorsling with it. Just over the line, sends that one into the body of Flamini, picked up by Maxfield, centering pass. Goes wide, and maybe getting away with a little bit of a slash there was Gorsling, as his opponent lost his stick, but he's able to pick it right back up.
Only one referee in this one. Players have been able to get away with just a little bit more than they might normally.
Yeah.
Don't take too much advantage, though, because things will get called.
That one's covered up, and we did have 2 referees start this game. One of them took a collision between players as well. He said, you know what, I'm going to join the hit here. Obviously not on purpose, but hopefully that referee is okay. But yeah, we're just down to 1 referee doing it all here in the stripes, and with 14:55 to go, Team Sherry trailing 4-3.
Very different game from when we came back from our intermission break. It was a 1-0 game, so a lot of quick scoring here from these 2 teams.
Here comes Braden Hillebrand. Gives it off to Lippert. Lippert pestered by Sobichowski. A battle for the puck in the near side corner. That one quickles to the line, taking a big hit there was Ulmer.
It looks like that Ulmer stick snapped right in half, so he has to go over to the bench.
Team Slater with it in their own end. Lippert behind the net of Nebus. 6 minutes gone in the third period. Team Slater just holding on to their lead 4-3. Team Sherry looking to respond. Nathan Leege looking for his first point of the night. Can't get through the last man. Here comes Hillebrand. Over to Gaber. Gaber over the line. No look, backhander. Flips into the stick of Brennan.
Great pass, just wrong player.
Nick Smith gives it to Leege looking for that near side top corner, but raising the blocker and making the save was Nebus. Hillebrand with it in deep. Tries to clear. That one skips, but stayed in by Callan. Callan still battling for it. Takes an awkward slip to the ice. So here's a chance for Team Sherry. Leege with it. God, it looked like the leg there of Callan was kind of pressed there, but he gets up and skates on. Hockey players are tough, no doubt about it. Hutchison out to play it. Less than 13 to go in this one. Team Sherry down a goal. Beautiful play there from Bozak to get a free. Low ankle shot. That one banks off the post. Bozak still with it. Bozak picks it up. Trying to bring that one towards the net. But he's pushed out of the way. Good defensive play to smother Bozak out of it. Here comes Howard. Just getting back on sides. I spoke too soon. Was Maxwell Brennan. So a stoppage of play with 12:18 to go in the third.
Howard played that one in, then went right back out again. Kind of tricked Brandon there. Not too much of his fault, but Howard coming in with a lot of speed. He had a lot of momentum. He had that last goal for Team Sherry, and they're going to be hungry to tie this one back up. Big to claw their way back from a 3-1 deficit. Tied it up at 3-3, and now just down a goal. And in this one, and both these teams are going to be fighting a lot on the line, and one to claim the title is the ones who finally beat the undefeated team, and then the undefeated team trying to stay that way.
12 minutes remaining in the third period. Sherry trailing by 1. Callum back at the point, gives it over to Janice. That shot rises high. Looked like Nebus got a piece of it, and it bounced to the back of the net. Here's Donahue. Picked up the first goal of the game in the second period for his squad. Gorsling will sling that to the far corner, still in play. Donahue pressed to the boards. Team Slater able to get a free. Herrera near the point. Throws one down low. Banks off the back dasher. Maxfield able to stick it loose. Flips one over to Herrera. Herrera with some open ice. Flips it over to Maxfield. Maxfield still with it. Throws one on net. Saved by Hutchison.
Wow, the patience there from Maxfield. I don't know how he was able.
Oh, another chance loose in front. And Donahue able to clean up the garbage in front. His second goal of the game, and Team Slater now with a 5-2-3 lead.
Wow, another Donahue Gorsling goal. Gorsling had that puck. He was able to throw it up, and Donahue's just able to poke it in. Again, you thought with the first goal from those two, it was kind of a gritty one. It was a messy one up there in front, and they were able to get it in. And talking back, Maxfield had a great play to keep it into the zone and then went all the way around. Still able to keep control of that puck and keep it in the zone for his team and let them stretch that lead just a bit.
Now 5-3. Team Slater had a 2-goal lead earlier in this one, back at 3-1. And Team Sherry was able to tie it up as that one just rises off the shoulder of Nebus. 7 seconds after the Team Slater goal, Team Sherry inches away from getting within 1. So Theodore Donahue picks up his second goal, assisted by Alex Gorsling, picks up his second assist. Still plenty of time to go in this one. Team Sherry down by 2 with 10:50 to go in the third.
That's going to be Donahue's third point of the night. He had the first goal of the game and then had an assist on Maxfield's goal.
Team Sherry gets it out of their own zone. At center now, taken by Nick Smith. He lit the lamp earlier with a beautiful top corner shot. Back up to the point it goes. Sobuchowski with it. Cross ice, winding up Flamini with a wicked slap shot met by the chest of Nebus. Lippert trying to connect down low with Hillebrand, but it's broken up. Flamini with it once more. Dylan Flamini out of Fowlerville, Michigan taking the shot. That one glancing just wide. Sobachowski with it, pestered by Hillebrand. Sobachowski still with it, high slot creeping in, takes a shot, goes just wide, rebound loose in front, still loose, far side, swimming is Nebus, and he's able to get a stick on it.
Oh my goodness, it looked like Hillebrand tripped over Nebus. Nebus was on the ground. Absolute chaos, bodies in front of Nebus, and he's still able to make the save.
You love that block shot there from Cameron Lippard. He goes off the ice, but that's an icing on Team Slater. Luckily, we're not rocking with NHL rules. If so, all the skaters would have to come back on the ice, but a fresh set of 5 aside with 9 minutes and 33 seconds to go in this one. Team Slater and the Gold Unis defending this net with a 5-3 lead against Team Sherry. But Team Sherry has been able to squash a 2-goal advantage from Team Slater earlier in this one, and we'll see if they can do so again. It's Nathan Leege on the dot, wins it cleanly. Brennan goes back to the defenseman Sygansky, taking a shot, gobbling that one up, Nebus.
And something interesting about this game, it's been fairly clean. Now, for most of the game, we only have had one official, so some things might not have been called, but we haven't seen any man advantage opportunities, which between these two teams would be a lot of open ice, dangerous. So these two teams, again, I can't fully say keep it relatively clean because there are definitely some things that have slid by for sure, but it's definitely interesting to look at when you know how man advantages have gone in other games, especially in the games that these two teams saw last week.
And with the league's leading scorers, with Leege with a chance out front, giving a man advantage to any of these teams would be a great chance to add to their score. Behind the net, looking for the out front pass. Howard was posted up, but couldn't get it there. Here comes Team Slater, breaking out of their own zone. Down the ice they go. That one pushed out of the way by Sygansky. Blake Dawson was activating on the offense. Here comes Team Sherry, though. Leege able to get it over the line. Drops it back. Sygansky backhands one down low. Picked off by Caden Giroux. He can't clear, though. Brennan, already with a goal on the game, sends it back to the point. That shot blocked. Here's an opportunity for Blake Dawson, but he's got Sygansky backtracking ahead of him. Sygansky, good play there.
Great job there by Sygansky to just put the pedal to the metal, get out in front of Dawson, and be able to poke that puck away.
8:18 to go in the third period. Team Sherry in the light blue sweaters trailing by 2. They clear their zone. Maxwell Brennan chasing the puck, but Leege picking it up near the blue line. Leege sends it towards the net, skips out in front. Nebus able to get a little poke check on it, and Team Slater back the other way they go. Sent down the ice by Derek Janis out of Heartland, Michigan. Picking it up behind the net is Team Slater. That one, bananas around the boards. Herrera trying to get it. Instead, it's Leege. Centering pass, nobody home. Calmly played to center. Alex Gorsling with it. Out of Williamstown, Michigan. Evades one, gets a shot off. Easily blocked by Hutchison. And a good stick in the lane there by Callan. Able to thwart that opportunity. Here comes Team Sherry. It's Rybach with it. Rybach with a man on his back. Couldn't get the shot off, but the penalty will be called. And Team Slater able to touch up. So our first power play opportunity of the game, and it comes at a great time. Team Sherry down by 2 with 7:15 to go.
It's almost like I just cooked that one up. I was thinking about it. I was like, well, it's silly to say there haven't been any, but with these two teams, you have the number 1 and number 2 team in the league right now. One team undefeated, one just looking to break that, and the teams with pretty much all of the top goal scorers, top 5 goal scorers, only other than Aiden Cook for Team Poza sitting at number 3. The top 5 all comes from both of these teams, so seeing that man advantage was always going to be interesting.
Here's a short-handed opportunity, though, for Maxfield. Breaks a tackle, gets a shot on net, a big save, another big save. 3 right leg pad saves from Hutchison.
And that's a thing about these man advantage. It creates a lot of open ice, not only for the team on the man advantage, but when you have a power scoring team like Team Slater, for the team on the penalty kill as well. If you're able to get the breakaway like Maxfield did there, you go for it. You have the open ice. It just creates such fun hockey when you see man advantages like this. Not only for the team on the power play, but just a lot of open ice, especially here at Michigan Elite Hockey. It's crowded ice a lot of time. It's a smaller rink. You see a lot of opportunities from either side.
Flamini winds up a swarm of bodies in front of Nebus. Oh my goodness. Stretches out his arms, covers up the loose puck just inches from crossing over. Team Sherry could have had it at a 1-goal game with a power play goal, but Nebus says,
I think everyone on Team Slater's bench just took a collective breath. That one was just inches away from crossing over the line past Nebus. He almost didn't see it, had to just kind of take that lay down approach and just able to get it right before it crosses the line. A little bit more momentum and speed on that puck. That could have gone in.
This power play brought to you by Top Shelf Grill and Bars. Here comes another shorthanded opportunity. Donahue in front. Couldn't get the shot off cleanly. Donahue met by Flamini on the far side boards. Crucial power play time for Team Sherry. Taken off the clock. Only 53 seconds of the man advantage as that one finally gets pitchforked free. Here comes Howard. Able to pick it back up. Throws it back for Cyganski. Wasn't looking. Now it's taken. Oh, a good defensive play there. 37 to go on the man advantage. Here comes Blastic with some speed, blasting down the near side. Takes a low angle shot, tips off the post. Oh my goodness. That was a wicked wrister, and it almost found the top corner. 23 to go on the man advantage. Team at Sherry trailing by 2 in the third period. 5:30 to go in the last period of this one. Herrera sitting in the box. 2 minutes for holding. Back up at the point. Cyganski going D to D. Shot loose in front and sprawling out and covering it up is Nebus.
And Nebus being quick with that one, able to get his stick out and just kind of scoop that puck into his glove, because there were a lot of Team Sherry guys right there up in front of his net in the slot, and he was able to be quick with that and just get it in his glove as quick as possible. It's a good move always to just kind of reach the stick out, just scoop that puck in towards you.
3 seconds to go on the man advantage for Team Sherry. They win the draw. Shot thrown on net by Ligi. Blocked as out of the box, and getting a fresh skater on is Herrera. Shot thrown on net. Saved by Nebus. Another pass thrown in front. Nebus sprawling out. It's into the back of the nets. How did it get there? Oh my goodness. I thought Nebus was covering it. But it bounces into the back of the net, and Team Sherry cut the lead to 1.
It looks like Nebus went down, but the puck went out loose, and Nathan Ligi was there just to scooch it past him. And that's got to hurt if you're Charlie Nebus. He's made some great sprawling saves, some really close saves, but it was only a matter of time. And Nathan Ligi now tying that leaderboard back up. Him and Gage Maxfield tied once again with 8 goals in 5 games.
It was a matter of time until Nathan Ligi got on the scoreboard. He gets onto it there just after the Team Sherry power play. So now just a 1-goal game. Team Slater undefeated on the season, looking to make it 5-0, but Team Sherry knocking on the door with 4:40 to go in the third.
And you got to love the grit you've seen from Team Sherry all night long. I mean, they went down 3-1. It was looking like it was all Team Slater, and they just kept pushing, kept putting on that pressure, and kept getting pucks on net. And, hey, good things happens when you put pucks on net.
Team Slater looking to make it a comfortable 2-goal lead. Low angle shot there, taken by Bozak. Rises wide. Shot from the point, glances off a couple bodies. Picked up by Team Slater. Pushed to the side by Callan. Smith with it. He'll slowly play it in his own zone. Bozak quick to pressure. Bozak battling for the puck in the corner. Now Sobachowski trying to push it forward. Excuse me, that's Jacob Sinkowitz. Team Slater with it. 3:50 on the clock in the third. Sherry on the defense trailing by 1. Everett Bozak with it. Spinning one towards center. Glances off a couple sticks. Bozak with it once more. Sinkowitz posted out front, but a good play there by Team Sherry. They push it the other way. 3-on-2 opportunity. They've got some tired skaters, but this is a great chance to tie it up. Thrown towards the net. And couldn't get a tip on that one was Nick Smith. Brennan with it below the net. Looking to go in front. That one sent just wide. 3:20 on the clock. That one sent the length of the ice. Team Slater going for a full-fledged change. So we'll keep an eye on the team at Sherry goaltender Reese Hutchison, but they haven't been able to get into the offensive cleanly as here they go. Nathan Sobachowski over the line with less than 3 to go. They trail by 1, but it's taken by Donahue. He can't clear it. Nick Smith with it. Never mind, Donahue gets it right back and sends it down the ice. Hutchison still between the pipes for his squad. He'll play it over to Flamini. Flamini pestered by Maxfield. Trying to push him off is Flamini. A heated battle for the puck, and Team Slater able to take it. Back up to the point for Dawson. Takes a shot, glances off a body and wide. 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go. Team Sherry has to escape their zone. They trail by 1. Here's Donahue with it. A goal and 2 assists, or excuse me, 2 goals and 1 assist on the night for Donahue. Creeping in, puts it on his backhand, and that one slips over towards the net of Hutchison. So Team Sherry, the time is ticking out on their opportunity. 2 minutes and 3 seconds to go. They trail 5-4.
And Ryan really couldn't say it better. Team Sherry has to win this faceoff, has to get out of their zone. Now is the time if they are going to tie this one back up, possibly go into overtime here. It is the time to do it now. They only have just over 2 minutes, and winning the faceoff will be crucial.
They can't do so. Instead, it's Team Slater with it in the zone. They need a clear here as Almer pushes it deep. Flamini tries to bang it off the boards once more. It's kept in by Lippett. Lippett going far side. Jaden Gaber had it for a second, lost it. Now Eddie Wheeler flips it towards center. They needed to keep that possession of the puck. Instead, the careless flip towards center. Now it's back in the Team Sherry zone. Flamini behind the net. Once Team Sherry gets into the Team Slater offensive zone, I'm assuming Reese Hutchinson will be pulled, but it's a matter of when they'll do that. 1:23 to go. Out of the net is Hutchison. 6th skater on for Team Sherry as they trail with 1:17. That pass out in front. Derek Janis trying to get it tipped on net. Eddie Wheeler with it. Backhands one toward the net, calmly played by Nebus. Back up at the point is Flamini. Flamini waits, throws it far side for Janis, taking a shot. Nebus making the save with 1:03 to go.
And just like clockwork, the second the puck crossed that blue line, you saw Coach Brian Sherry yelling to Hutchinson, hey, get over to the bench. And they have just 1:03 seconds. 6 skaters on to try to tie this one up. It has been quite the game. And while at first really low scoring, we always said it was going to be a close one.
Draw one by Sherry. That shot bounces out the net. Flamini can't get over to in time to keep it in. Hutchison still pulled for Team Sherry. 6 skaters on with 50 seconds to go. They trail 5-4. Slater undefeated on the season, but Team Sherry knocking on the door. Shot taken there into the glove of Nebus. Nick Smith can't get his second of the game. 40.5 to go on the clock in the third.
Smith going from that exact same angle. He had the shot just 40 seconds into this period. He's trying to go the same, and Charlie Nebus learned that mistake and said, not this time.
Team Sherry able to get it off the face-off draw. Flamini at the point. 32 to go. He fans on the shot. Now a battle for the puck. Won by Team Slater. They escape the zone. It's still an open net, but the pass can't get there. 24 seconds to go. Leegee with it over the line. He's got a comrade. Shot thrown on net. Nebus into the glove to his body. Makes the save with 18.4 on the clock.
Oh, and Nebus didn't have full control of that one. Was able to get it really quickly. Could have been real dangerous. Again, these teams are firing. 18 seconds to go.
Team Sherry need one to tie it up. Leegee on the dot. Going against Donahue. Leegee able to win it. Janis back to the point. Flamini with a shot. That one blocked in front by Donahue. 12 seconds to go. Leegee low angle shot. That one glances wide. Janis with another chance. It's loose in front. Another shot thrown into a body. 5 seconds to go. It looks like Team Slater will hold on. 5-4. What a game, but Team Slater advances to 5-0 and survives the title of offense by Team Sherry in the last couple minutes. What a game. Wow.
Oh my goodness. And those last seconds, what a huge credit to Theodore Donahue. Had 2 goals, an assist on the night, and then made almost one of the most crucial blocks of the game, sprawling out on the ice, getting that save. That puck was heading in right toward Nevis, and I don't think he saw it. There were players out in front of him. So, wow, what an effort there. And Team Slater just staying absolutely dominant. 5-0, but oh my goodness, a huge credit to Team Sherry just behind them, sitting at the number 2 spot in the league right now. They have a great offense and were really able to keep the pressure on, stay in this one, but in the end, just couldn't get past Nevis. And you saw the team really getting over him there. What a great game played, not only from him, but Hutchinson too. Both goaltenders playing phenomenally, and wow, we had quite the game here, Ryan, to wrap up Week 5 of Young Guns.
What a great game overall. Team Slater picking up the 5-4 victory, moving to 5-0 on the season. Team Sherry falling to 2-1, and hopefully we'll have a post-game interview with none other than Theodore Donahue in just a minute or two. So hold on, and hopefully we'll have that. If not, so long from Ryan Radosevich and Marin Klein. Thanks for joining us, but we'll be back in just a minute.
I go by Teddy.
Teddy? Okay, I was calling you Theodore. I'll call you Teddy.
No, it's all good.
Let's Welcome to the post-game interview. Ryan Radosevich joined by Teddy Donahue, and you guys picking up a huge victory there, able to hold on 5-4. How you feeling right now?
It feels great to win. I mean, we really pulled together at the end there. We let in one late, and at the beginning of the third, we let in 2 quick ones. I mean, we can't let that happen, but we pulled through, and I think we did a pretty good job.
And you're still catching your breath. You had 2 goals, 1 assist, a huge block shot with about 10 seconds to go in that one. Just talk about the effort that you're putting into this season.
I mean, we all got to block shots. I mean, like, blocking shots, it's a skill in itself, And, I mean, I just go out there hard every time, and I hope my teammates do the same, and that's how you win games, right?
Yep. And how about your goaltender, Charlie Nevis, coming up big for you guys there?
He's awesome. I love that guy. He's a big clutch factor in our team. He makes those big saves, and that 100% helps us. I mean, the last 5 games, he's really shown out, and love to have him on our team.
You guys not having Chris Slater behind the bench, but still picking up the dub. How was Mike behind the bench for you guys?
A little bit of backseat driving, but I mean, it's not too much in the coach; it's in the players, right? I mean, coaches can only do so much. It's up to the players to pull through, win, and actually go out there and skate. So, I mean, it didn't make too much of a difference.
There you go. So you guys picking up the 5-4 victory, moving to 5-0 on the season. Are you guys going undefeated?
I mean, don't want to jinx it. I mean, I can guarantee you we're gonna play hard every game. And we're gonna go out there to win, and we're gonna make that happen.
We'll see what happens. Team Slater picks up the 5-4 victory against Team Sherry. Thanks for watching Week 5 of Michigan Elite Hockey. Teddy Donahue, thanks for joining me up here in the booth, and we have a great night, ladies and gentlemen.